Win as one. EA Sports FIFA 21 sponsors Saturday Social.
Anyway, let's move the chat on quickly, to this weekend's biggest game, Chelsea versus Tottenham Hotspur. It's Lampard versus Jose, and it's a game that Gary Neville thinks could well end up being a title decider. Here he is speaking to Sky Sports. Is it a season, he said, where Jose Mourinho and Frank Lampard are up against each other in a title race? I thought Liverpool would run away with it, but not now, not with Van Dijk's injury. That's a game changer, and that exposes Liverpool a lot more. Chunkz, let's come to you again then. Do you think that Chelsea and Spurs should be considered title favourites? Are they behind other teams in the pecking order?
Bro, I already said Spurs were title contenders like a month ago. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, I'm ahead of the game. I saw them. Chelsea, I reckon, maybe a bit premature. I reckon they still need to find a top, like the best 11, but they are definitely title contenders. Liverpool and City, they're not up to like scratch as they were like last season. So I reckon, it's literally between those four. I wouldn't be shocked if any of them win. Well, actually, I wouldn't be shocked if Chelsea do win, to be fair. It's a bit early, but
I mean,
surely
we can't count out Liverpool and City just yet. And maybe, Joe, you'll be happy with this one. Maybe just Manchester United, Jack.
Man United? I think you're going to say that.
Absolutely no chance.
Not a chance, mate. Not a chance. I just hope. I really hope that Tottenham miss out by a point or two, and then it can be Lanzini's sort of goal that stopped it. I can die a happy man if that happens.
If Chelsea are going to be in the title race, one man that will be hoping to keep up his recent good form and help them is Chelsea's newest recruit in between the sticks. It is Edouard Mendy. Opta tweeted this. Edouard Mendy has registered 7 clean sheets in his 9 appearances for Chelsea in all competitions. Chunkz, how impressed have you been by Mendy's performances since he's arrived?
Honestly, he's been playing very well. He looks composed, and I reckon that the fact that they had to replace the most expensive goalkeeper is crazy. But Kepa lost his spot. I recommend if he keeps up the form he's in, I don't think that Kepa's going to sniff that pitch again, man.
Yeah, I mean, the Chelsea defence as a whole, I have to say, I think has improved so much because like Thiago Silva's come in. He looks just to be an immense signing. Loads of Chelsea fans I speak to saying he's been one of their best players this season. Ben Chilwell also been sensational form, 4 goal involvements in 6 games this season. I think Frank has kind of quietened down some of the people who were saying that he can't coach a defence last season when their record was a bit sketchy. Who do you think has been key to that defensive improvement, Jack? Is it Frank or is it maybe Thiago Silva, Chilwell, Zuma? Who do you think?
Well, this is the thing, mate. My ball knowledge is terrible, and I'm absolutely going to get rinsed by football Twitter after this. But what I base a lot of mine on the FPL points, right? So Chilwell's been getting points and points week in, week out. So just to answer your question and get out of this one quite easy, Joe, I'm going to say it's all Chilwell. It's all Chilwell.
I've got to respect that. I've got to respect that. You know, another man I tell you now has been picking up more fantasy points because he's in my team recently is Hakim Ziyech. I bought Hakim Ziyech in a couple of weeks ago and he is stone cold. I saw Ian Wright on Twitter as well, absolutely loving Hakim Ziyech. Here he is saying, Ziyech, beautiful player, 34,000 likes. How good has he been, Chunkz? And if he was fit for the whole season, would he start in this Chelsea forward line? Because they've tried a few different formations, a few different combos.
100%, bro. It reminds me of Riyad Mahrez, just on the ball, the way he whips the ball in, like just those feet, he's dribbling. He's honestly such an exciting player. You just every time you see him on the pitch, you think, what are you gonna do next? You know what I mean? So I love watching Ziyech play. So for me, definitely he gets into the starting lineup, bro. You remember when he was playing for Ajax in the Champions League and he was playing incredible football. Like the way he whips that ball in, soon enough he's gonna rival Trent in terms of how good his deliveries are. I'm telling you.
Who misses out then if he's in the team? If he's going to be in that
I'll do a 4-2-3-1. So then I put Ziyech on the right, Mason in the middle, Pulisic on the left, and Werner up top. But then you have to also respect
missing Havertz. Havertz.
Yeah. I'm not playing him, man. I don't know, but in terms of the way he started, Tammy's my brother as well. But that's what I'm trying to say. You're not trying to set me up on Sky. Don't do that. You're trying to make me look bad. Nah, I love Tammy. Tammy, if you're watching this, brother, I was gonna say you, but yeah. definitely play them lots. And then I like Callum Hudson-Odoi as well, though. That's what I'm trying to say. I put him on in the sixth. He's found some form. So I put him and Tammy up top, or him and Tammy on the pitch after like 50th, 60th minute. I'm telling you.
Right, let's move on to Tottenham then. Top of the Premier League table, unbeaten in the league since the 13th of September, with lots of impressive performances and one standout player. Well, there's been lots of them, but one of them is Heung-min Son. Duncan Alexander tweeted this. Son now has as many Premier League goals as Arsenal this season. Chunkz, we've just got you out of one tight spot. We're throwing you into another one. How does it feel? A player from your biggest rival in Tottenham has the same amount of Premier League goals as your whole team.
I didn't watch that game.
That's it. We're moving on. We're moving on. Jaack, we need to talk about Spurs front three, in particular Son, Harry Kane as well. Why do you think they're really starting to click this season?
I don't know, mate, but it's annoying. It is annoying. Boys, you're going to find out very quickly I'm the wrong person for this show. Like, I watch West Ham and I like to slate Tottenham, and that's it. I know that Højbjerg's been good, though. I've seen that. People say that on Twitter, so I'll just regurgitate that for you. I'm so sorry, lads. I'm so sorry. I don't like watching Tottenham. I don't like to see them do well, so I tend not to.
Oh,
I've got to respect that. That's a true West Ham fan. You know, refusing to watch anything Tottenham are involved in, or even sort of admit they are playing well. I think Kane and Son, we've got to touch on them a little bit more right now. Chunkz, if you could pick just one of Kane or Son to have tomorrow, who'd you go for?
Oh my God, I'll have Son, Kane. So both of them combined into one person, and they come to my team. I think they're both so important to the team. Kane, obviously, he's already in double numbers for both, like assists and goals, and then you've got Son, which is just electric. Honestly, one of the best players in the Premier League. I don't know who would I choose. Based on our team, I'd probably get Kane because we're missing the goals, but then Son also scores them as well. I don't know. Just leave me alone. How about both of them? Can I take both of them?
Yeah, I'll give you both of them. I reckon they get in that Arsenal team at the moment. But yeah, man, you mentioned, Jaack, just a second ago, Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. He looks like one of the most underrated signings of the season. Looks like an absolute bargain now because, of course, they got him for a very cheap amount of money, and Kyle Walker-Peters going in the opposite direction. He's sort of this warrior spirit. It's like classic Jose Mourinho. There's a photo going around on social media after the game at the weekend that had Pierre-Emile Højbjerg kind of looking into the eyes of Jose Mourinho, and he was screaming, "Here it is. Look at this." That's a classic Jose Mourinho image. I feel like we haven't seen that side of Jose Mourinho for years now, Jaack.
Yeah, he's reignited a little fire in his belly, hasn't he, Højbjerg? I think, yeah, he's an intimidating man. How much did they get him for now?
Well, they got him in a part exchange deal with Kyle Walker-Peters, so I think it was about £3 or £4 million plus Kyle Walker-Peters going in the opposite direction.
Right, yeah, fair. He's just a hell of a player. To be fair, he's one of these ones that when he was at his last club, you hear the name, I didn't really take much of an interest in him, but now he's at Tottenham and he's sort of in a bigger, better team. It's just like, yeah, he's taking all the headlines, and well, he's not because Kane and Son are, but he's certainly amongst the top players at that club. So unreal player, unreal.
Chunkz, we need to talk about Jose Mourinho because he is getting the best out of all of these players. He manages to find a bargain, but he makes them perform on the pitch week in, week out as well. What is it like having, I feel like, a prime Jose back in the Premier League?
Scary, very, very frightening. The fact that, I don't know if you guys see those, the Europa League squad is like nearly completely different to his Premier League team. So it's the fact that the squad depth is crazy. Like you got Aurier Doherty, you got Reguilon, Ben Davies, you can just switch around. The fact that they're playing, you got Winks that could play in the Europa League, but then they put on Ndombele, and you got Højbjerg, the attacking options with Bergwijn, Bale, Lucas Moura. It's crazy. You know what I mean? So the fact that Jose Mourinho has been given this squad depth, obviously he's made this team what they are right now. So, and this is Jose looking dangerous. So I honestly, like I said a month ago, this could come to bite me back, but I reckon, yeah, they're title contenders, and it's frightening seeing Jose on the money like this.